Shabbat Shalom. In this week's Torah portion, we find Jacob encamped on the banks of the river Jabbok. Now, Jabbok in Hebrew means struggle, which is rather interesting and fitting for this particular story. Jacob has just returned after spending more than 2 decades in an area called Haran, somewhere in Mesopotamia. There he lived with his father-in-law Laban. He acquired 2 wives, Rachel and Leah, as well as 2 concubines. He has a number of children now and has acquired a considerable wealth in terms of flocks and herds. Now, 2 decades before, when he left the land of Canaan, he left with a very bad relationship with his twin brother Esau. You see, Jacob had stolen Esau's birthright and blessing, and Esau was on the verge of killing Jacob, and Jacob had to leave. And now Jacob has come back to the land of his birth, and he is preparing to meet his brother Esau the next morning. Now, he has heard that Esau has 400 men with him, and he's approaching the place where Jacob was encamped. Well, he lies down that night, and he has a most interesting dream. Let's take a look at it. Now, Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the rise of dawn. When the man saw that he could not overcome him, he struck Jacob's hip socket, so that Jacob's hip socket was wrenched as the man wrestled with him. Then he said, "Let me go, dawn is breaking." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The other man said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." "No more shall you be called Jacob, but Israel," said the other. "For you have struggled with God and with human beings, and you have prevailed." Then Jacob asked, "Pray tell me your name." But he said, "Why do you ask my name?" And then he took his leave of him. Now, there's a lot of controversy about this dream that Jacob had. There's controversy concerning the entity that attacked him. Was it a demon? Was it an angel? Was it God? Or perhaps it was Esau who attacked Jacob that night. Now, there was an argument between 2 of the giants of medieval Jewish philosophy regarding whether or not Jacob was actually attacked that night. The great Jewish scholar Maimonides said it never happened. It was a dream. Jacob had dreamt the whole thing. Now, Nachmanides, who lived in Provence, France, had a different take on it, a more literal look at the text. He said, well, of course Jacob was attacked that night. How else can you account for the fact that his hip socket was strained or dislocated? Obviously, something had attacked him. Maimonides had anticipated this argument. Maimonides being a very careful student of texts. He said, basically, that our dreams, in other words, our psychological framing of reality, can in real ways affect our material existence. What you think about, what you dream about, can affect your physical health. It can affect your relationships. It can affect whether or not you succeed in your professional life. And I believe Maimonides is really on to something here. I believe what Maimonides is trying to tell us, and perhaps the Torah text is trying to tell us is that we should think positive thoughts, and that we should dream dreams or hold on to dreams that will enhance who we will become. So think positive thoughts, hold on to your dreams, and dream dreams that will enhance who you will become. Well, I hope that you will read this week's Torah portion and come to your own conclusions. Shabbat Shalom.